sucks ass. It sucks really hard. Oh. God. Just as I just as my cutlass was growing rusty. No, just as I'm starting to stream now again. The thing's finished. My laundry finished, but I'm going to turn it on a bit more. Maybe 20-40 more minutes. I want to take a look. Maybe 40 more minutes. Because I know it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to check it. I'm going to have to check it. Be right back. Wow. Work 30 more minutes. I should have put it on 40, but I put it on 30 more minutes. Progression, everything is fine, right? Just not making any progress, that's the problem. If I play on normal XP or harvest and crafting it, no, I'm leaving it like this, doesn't matter. So yeah, I had to revert the mod with the races because it edits the races, and that has like weird and bad results. Not the best results. Where are you? Picked? A picked? You're pictish. I like the Kitanian though.
The gods are watching.
Good, let's go. It is what it is. I'm always going here to harvest this last, this one plant fiber here. Now deactivate this. And activate this script. Yeah, I also, the place that I built in was really fucked up, because the place we built in was the place we had to build in was really fucked up, or is really fucked up. The place we had to build in is really fucked up, because every time I go over the edge, it despawns the tower, or it despawns the it despawns that wall thing in the distance, or the mountains rather, whatever that was, the mountains. So it wasn't really that good. I'm gonna make this, and this, this, and this. I have a bunch of rocks already, as it is. So I need stickies. It's 96 of these. I can now harvest rocks as well, real quick. One, 4, 8, 12, 16. That's enough. That's enough. Weapon. This. 4, 5. 6. That's it. Yeah, the game instantly runs different. The game instantly runs different, so yeah. I fucked something up there in the code. It's okay now. Well, hold on. I want to get a few of these. What's that? I need to slay these idiots. Then I can get the experience. Oh my god, there's a demon. Good grief. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't survive this. Got like no food at all. Did I get more healing from the... Hold on. 1 point? I want to try that. Well, hold on. Did I get more points from healing with the aloe? Eating the raw aloe? One point versus 1 point as well. I'm pretty sure I just got more healing. Can't take damage. Well, I'm going to make this. But I want to harvest these. I need a ton of these. So I want to make this. And the firewood. Okay. I need wood and twine. Take all. Dismantle. No, it doesn't heal more. It heals the exact same. I just watched it. It heals, or it healed the exact same. That's fine. Excuse me. Ah. That was a noise. Good. You know what? I'm gonna stay here on the side. I'm gonna get the follower, dude. Whoa, there's humans. Crocodile just ripped some. Some poor souls have been eaten. They have been eaten. For the poor guys. Whoa! That was crazy. And work my way over to get to the location I need to be. Well, you can heat yourself up, but you're not going to explode on me. Idiot. Little idiot. I wish when I miss the days when the horses were on the left there. Here, right back there was horses. Right on the left, there was always horses. I miss those days. But the Funcom guys said, hey, it's too easy. So they had to remove. They had to remove that. So now you gotta travel across the whole island to get fucking to a location of a single horse. Hey there.
Who approaches?
Who approaches? Rip. Poor people. They just don't know anything else but being aggressive. I'm looking here, maybe there's horses here, but I don't think they are much further up.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Then do it. Do it or try it at your own peril. Maybe there's horses here. I'm gonna take a look. I doubt this is way too close to Noob River. This is still on Noob River. This is not... It's not gonna have horses here. If there was horses here, it would be godlike, but yeah, nothing. As you can see, nothing at all. Or lag a little bit of lag. Gonna kill this idiot. If I kill one of these sand reapers here, or one of these reaper beasts, whatever, sand beasts, oof. It's a lot of experience. But unaffordable. Yeah. Nothing here. Want to see if I can get a swift foal. Not sturdy, but swift. See if there's a difference. Because I can still remember the damage. I can still remember the damage that the one horse did. You just look up what the second did. There is one horse there. I hope it's swift, not a sturdy. Swift, please. Nope, sturdy. Sucks ass. Thought there was more horses here. There's one more over there. Right by the red enemies. Full, normal. Full, sturdy. This. Swift. Alright. Going to go here and I'm gonna place the I don't have any food for the horse. I just remembered. Don't have any food. No food available. No food. Can I give the horse some... I can give the horse bark. 76 bark. Can't remember. I think the horse won't eat bark though. That's the thing. 1. Give. And then a swift foal. What are you doing? What are you doing? This. And take that. Let's see. You can compare the damage numbers easily now. Excuse me. Nope, the damage is the same. So damage-wise, no difference. The sturdy and the slow, the sturdy and the swift fall are the same speed. The sturdy and the swift fall are both the same. They're both the same. I think it's still irrelevant. I think the modifiers are still irrelevant. They never meant anything. The you know, water modifier, the modifiers never meant anything, like sturdy, swift. It never meant anything, but I thought it would, because I saw the horse take much less damage. What was laying there? There was something laying there. It said interact. What the hell? What was that? Is there something laying there? There's something laying there, yeah. What is that? What's laying here? Oh, there's a scroll laying there. Look at that.
Genius plan. If it is buried in the northernmost pillar, opposite the river, underneath the skull of a mammoth, smash it. The only way.
Eh? Northeast. East pillar, opposite the river, neath the skull of a mammoth. Oh? Oh? Genius plan. If it's buried in opposite of the river. As a pillar opposite of the river, beneath the skull of a mammoth. Smash it. Something, something. There's no mammoth skulls in the east. Gotta be in the north then. We gotta find a mammoth skull. Hey, there's a follower. Coming after me, of course. And there is Daedringer. Daedri. No, another river, even better. Another river. It's also good. Anna. Anna the Reaver. She's good. Just follow me. Ah, my washing machine is... my dryer is done. Well then, I need to find a place that is safe. Well, the only thing that can hit me here is the sandstorm. And I know that a sandstorm is going to strike me now. But I need to be right back. I need to get my laundry finished. Yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna make it. Ugh. Okay, let's bring it. Okay, first shirt. Clean. Wonderful. This smells like... Okay. It smells like perfume, it's not... Okay. This is then for going out. Okay, this is for going out. Okay, the black one is going for out. Here's the white pants. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, let me see. Hold on. This one. Okay. That's for going out. Hold on. Okay, I have it. Okay, I have those two. So, okay. This is for... Okay, this is for going out. Okay. Okay. The next clothing. Let's see. Okay. Good. Also out. Okay, I sorted. Okay. almost ready. I have it. I'm done. I have it. I'm here. Don't worry, guys. I'm here, guys. So yeah, the one of the shirts that I have, is it smells of perfume still, because I sprayed a lot of Axe on it. I sprayed a ton of Axe, or what it was on it, like Axe Burgundy, or what it's called, or Bergamo, not Burgundy, Bergamo. Bergamot, like a lot of bergamot flavored or scented limited edition Axe, and that smells really strong. And I have used the I have used the water saving program, and it got the dirt out, but not the scent. The scent is not out, but the dirt is out. So everything's fine. So I have sorted out my 2 clothes. 2 for going away and 2 for sitting here tomorrow. The one for going out are the ones that are super scented by accident, so I need to wash them again 1 or 2 more times, and the other ones are my everyday clothes that I washed and they're cleaned. I just basically wore them yesterday. I basically wore those clothes yesterday. They're clean. They don't smell. They're clean. They're perfectly fine. Just can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered with the scented stuff. You know, if it smells, I'm gonna rub it all over here. Everything's going to smell. Like my chair's going to start to smell, and everything's like going to be scented. Yeah, usually that should have dismounted me. So this teaches me that the horse mod is perfectly working. Because usually I would have dismounted from that fall. From a fall that far, I would have been thrown off. So, Anna the River. The River. You know what? Before we go here with that stooge... Oops, sorry. Before we go there with that stooge... we're going to grab ourselves a better weapon. Or not ourselves, for her. Whee! The demon, there was a demon right there. I will cut your heart out. I will drink from your skull. I will drink from your skull. Oh, sorry. Up to the other side. Yeah, very much. Yeah, the horse going 1950, 1950 speed units is fast. It's a bit cheating, but it works really well. Go to the Tsatsan Aqueduct. I go to the Tsatsan Aqueduct. This is very good. I go up here to the... I go up here, try to go to the stairs. I'm trying to make it to the stairs. To the stairs. The stairs are here. I found the stairs. Cannot fall off the stairs. Still better than the it's still better than the send for my dad. My dad has a for basically ever smoked self-rolled cigarettes, filterless tobacco. This is this fucking retard spider doing? What the hell? And he used to smoke it when driving, and of course since it's enclosed, like in an enclosed space, and he's out for like 8 hours a day driving, the clothes would absorb all of the smell, like the entirety, completely absorb the smell. So when my mom washed my clothes, and put them in the dryer, the smell was basically bananas, like ripe old bananas. That's what the smell was. The tobacco had a banana flavor in it, deep in it, and the washing and drying it, because the clothes were so stained full of the tobacco smoke, it never got out. And all of the laundry started to smell of that smell. Which was really a terrible smell. It really is it really was a strong, terrible smell. Really yucky. But yeah, as you can see, you can wash your clothes and they're completely clean. They just smell. washing machine of my grandma was completely moldy. And I'm not blaming my grandma. I'm not blaming my grandma or saying anything bad about it. I love my grandma. My grandma, oh man. I don't want to talk about it. I hadn't seen my grandma for... I hadn't visited my grandma for like 2 or 3 years. Like visited once a year. I'm such a I'm so terrible. If you think I'm a bad person, then I'm really you are really right. I am really a terrible person. I really am a terrible person. I'm really, really terrible. So I didn't visit my grandma for 2 or 3 years. So I was busy with my own stuff. And then she died. Suddenly. One day into the hospital. 1 day into the hospital. 3 days later, death. And I was so perplexed. I was completely perplexed. I was like, gone. My mind was gone. I was like, phew. It was like somebody took a gun and shot my brains out. Like it was like somebody took a rifle, a high-powered rifle, and shot into my head. My skull blown open, and everything went out. That's how it felt. Like it hurt in the soul, it hurt in the head, it hurt physically and mentally, but it was also at the same time like unbelievable, like non-existent, like no thoughts left. No memories, no thoughts, nothing left. Only like complete shock. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I loved my grandma and I loved my granddad, but I didn't visit them. And you know why? Because they never understand me. That's the problem. They never understood me, and never did. Like nobody ever does. Like they always go like, they always went like, you need to work in this place. Here, why don't you? We're gonna hook you up with this place. You need to work in this place. And they never understood they never understood what modern life is all about. They were still in the 1940s, 1950s. 60s even. They never understood that workplaces and such don't work like 60 years ago or something. They don't work like that no more. You're a replaceable piece of shit, and your employer is paying you the minimum amount of money. Your employer doesn't pay you your employer doesn't pay you money that you deserve. Oh shit. Your employer only pays you the bare minimum of what you're worth, so to say. Like they never understood that it's all capitalism. It's not like for the people no more. It's capitalism. You know, they never understood that it's capitalism. It's a world where the money it turned into a work society where it's not about the person, it's not about their health, their mental health, and their support, and the society as a whole isn't about supporting each other. It's about every man and woman for themselves. If you find a husband or if you find a girlfriend, then that's okay, but you know. And they never understood that I fell into this like depression, like into this happy depression, you know, into this happy depression, like recluse, like pulling myself away from everything, like doing my own business, not caring about things. They never understood that this is like the way it is because of like everybody else, not my own fault. It's not like I did anything to help with this. I didn't do anything. I'm completely the victim of everything. I'm the victim of everything that happened. Nothing's got to do with me. I did nothing. It's all happened to me. I did nothing at all. I was just existing. I just existed and everything just happened with me. I was only existing. I'm not like other people who go like, I'm not like these people who go into a store and then shoot a clerk dead and then rob the store and get into prison. Like, my situation is like this. Some guy goes into a store, shoots the clerk, and then robs the store and then gets turned into prison. Me, the way my life goes is I don't rob a store, I don't shoot the clerk, but I still get put into prison, so to say. You know what I mean? That's how my fate is, so to say. I have done nothing and everything just turned into shit by itself. I've done nothing bad and everything turns to shit. And they don't understand that it's not... I'm not unhappy because I don't have work. Back then, I didn't have work. Now I'm retired now, which is good. I'm totally happy now. It's not like I was happy. It's not like I was happy with... the job. It's not like I was happy with the situation the way it was. It's not like I was happy, unhappy and I need a job to be happy again. Like, it wasn't like I was at home and I was unhappy and basically dying of grief because I don't have a job. Like, that's not me. I wasn't sitting at home not doing nothing and, you know, unable to do anything. I was not sitting at home miserable. You know what I mean? I was not miserable, sitting at home miserable and like looking at the ceiling and looking at the floor and crying all day. No, nothing, never. I never did that. I've never been unhappy. The only times I was unhappy was when I was forced into work that I didn't want to do. And that's my grandparents always hooked me up with some bullshit. Like, I was out of work. I worked and then I was in a different piece of work, and then my granddad like drags me into a job. My granddad drags me into a job, pretty much, into a job that I hated. And on the first day I did like 6 mistakes. In the first week I did like 6 mistakes that cost the company money and ruined my reputation because I just didn't know what to do. I'm gonna be honest. I learned the job that I was doing. I've learned that I was a apprentice. I was a journeyman. I was an apprentice, and then I graduated to journeyman. I finished my apprenticeship and I became a journeyman, but I knew nothing and I know nothing. So basically, or rather, I know everything, but not good enough to work, like for a company. Like, I can build my own sewer, my own water, and my own heating system in my own house. I can't build it for a customer. If I do it for a customer, it's going to take too long. It's going to be full of mistakes. And most importantly, it's going to take too long. It's going to take too long. I need a lot of time. I'm slow. I'm dumb. I can do it all, but I can't do it fast and efficiently. I can do it perfectly fine. I can do it perfect, but I can't do it fast and efficient. That's my mistake. That's what I always heard during my apprenticeship too. You're doing it too complicated, or you're doing it too slow, you're doing it too complex. It needs to be faster, 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 and that's why I don't work. That's why I'm retired. I can't handle the pressure. It doesn't work. I can't do the pressure. Fast, fast, fast. Go, 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 go. It breaks me. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why I'm retired. One of the many reasons I'm retired. The other is my heart issues. The other is my heart and blood issues, everything. But anyways, and I got into the job and I did like 6 mistakes that cost the company money. like I was welding something, and I put the heat shield up. I put the heat shield up so the cables don't get burned, and I was supposed to weld a piece of pipe in the middle of a corner, and there's like 6 cables or 60 cables going up, like a billion cables are going up there, and I'm putting the torch to it, and I'm putting the heat shield, and for some reason the flame still got under the heat shield and burned and melted all the cables. So the customer comes down and says, my TV went out, my lights went out. And I looked under the heat shield and the whole cables were all on fire and melted. And I did nothing. I put the heat shield on the cables. So on the pipe and on the cables, and the flame crept under the heat shield. Somehow. And I told the boss came over and said, oh my fucking god, what have you done? And I said, bro, who welds in a place like this? You fucking retard. I said that to him. You fucking retard. Nobody welds right underneath some cables. You cut it, you put a thread on it, you put threads on it, you put a connector on it, and you screw a connector on it. You screw the connector on it, and then you make a bend, or you make an extension on it with a pipe, with more pipe, and then you can weld that pipe when it's away from the fucking cable. But I've never seen any retard weld right underneath cables. Like there's an inch of distance between the pipe and the cables, and I'm supposed to weld that. I told this guy, this is the most retarded idea you've had. This is the most retarded idea I've ever seen. As I said that to him. This is the most retarded thing I've ever seen and had to do. Nobody welds in a distance and in a place like that. And then this guy is like, well, you seem to have never worked in that job, huh? The boss threw an attitude. And then we sat down the next day, and he said, well, I can't employ you like this. You don't know nothing. I can hire you as an apprentice. And I said, bro, I just spent 3.5 years as an apprentice. I just did my 3.5 years. Shut the fuck up. That's what I told him. He said, I cannot take you in as a worker, and I cannot pay you the full money, but I can pay you an apprentice fee and take you in as an apprentice so you can learn how it's done. And I said, no, I can't do that. And I was actually crying because I said, I just got 3.5 years of hell at my old workplace, and you're telling me I have to learn it all again? And I was actually crying, and I said, no, I can't do it, I can't do it. And then he said, yeah, well then we have to go our separate ways. And I said, yeah, then fuck you. And then my granddad said, oh man, that sucks that it didn't work out. And that's the first time that's not the first time, but that was a time I really threw a lip to my granddad that one day, because I said, you are the one who forced me to do that. And then he was finding excuses. My granddad was making up excuses. No, that's for your own benefit, Benny. That's for your own benefits, Benjamin. And I said, no, it's not. It's not for my own benefit. You see what happened? I don't know how to work that job. Not for a company. I know how to do it at home, but I can't do it at a company. So I can't earn money with this job. I can do it for myself. I can build my own house, basically, but I can't do this job for money at a company because I ruin everything and I'm getting too much stress. And then they say, oh, but you need to work something. You need to work something. And I said, no, I don't need to work something. I need to stay at home all day long and do my own business and do my own thing. This is so fucking ridiculous, dude. And then they were using the disguise of hiring me every day, going there every day for 3 to 4 hours, mow the lawn, pick up the garbage, clean the street and everything. And it wasn't just because they wanted me to get out and do something. No, my granddad and my grandma both, what they literally said. They literally said, I need to find the translation for it. Oh, wait a minute, what are you doing? Huh? What were they doing? Can't remember what they both said. It's so hard to remember things when I'm rambling and playing a game. I'm also really tired of talking about shit. I'm really depressed by having to talk about things. And I feel the need to express things. Where do I actually want to go? Oh, hey, don't hit me. Okay. So my granddad was basically, well, Benjamin, some people have jobs and some people like us are retired. We are pensioners, we're retired. We're retirees. We're retired, so there's some who have a job, some who like us have worked all our lives and we're retired, and then there's those who don't have a job. And none in our family has ever been unemployed. That's what he said. So it was basically turbo gaslighting. Like, I'm in a bad mental state, so to say, or I'm bad when it comes to like work. I'm getting stressed. I can't work. I'm stressed. I can't work. It's not happening. It's not working. I cannot work. I cannot work with people. And they throw me into a place with a new person, with new faces. Like in that job where I said that I ruined everything, there was this co-worker who was absolutely arrogant, driving a BMW, and he's like, I can already see he's got an attitude. He's already, oh, well, what do you want with this little guy? What do you want with this little guy? He actually said that. What do you want with this little guy? That's what he actually told the boss. What do you want with this little guy? And then in front of the boss I said, what do you retard want? And then he said, I'm the best worker here. I've been working 20 years for this. I've been working 20 years, I got all the qualifications. And then the boss said like, okay guys, calm down. And that's where the first time I noticed where there was the end. I told my granddad, what the fuck did you expect? You're throwing me into a place with a fucking retard? And then my granddad is like, what do you mean, that co-worker? I know him, he's a very good guy. He's very friendly. And then I said, yeah, to customers. He's nice to a customer. That's the problem. They don't understand that. They don't understand the work life isn't like happiness and friendliness. Like, in front of the customer, everybody's like holding hands and dancing and singing and good friends. But as soon as the cameras are off and everybody's like, there's no customers nearby. Every time you're under yourself, amongst yourselves, it's like everybody's picking and bullying and mistreating each other. That's what I was trying to tell them. And they go like, oh, I know that guy. Every time he's here, he's super nice. Yeah, he has worked here before. He's fixed something for us again. He was very friendly. He was a good salesperson too. And then I told my granddad, yeah, you don't get it. I told my granddad, you don't get it. And that's why I haven't been to my grandma's. I feel really terrible about it. I said I'm a terrible person. I'm not visiting my grandma. I'm coming over for Christmas once a year. I'm coming over once a year for Christmas, and we're living in the same city. We're living in the same city, and I visit once a year. But yeah, I can't turn the time back. I'm going to have to live with the rest. I'm having to live the rest of my life with the fact that I haven't seen my grandma for 3 years, and then she died. I haven't seen her like I've seen her once a year for 3 years, and then she died, and I've never seen her again. But I have to live with that for the rest of my life. With that, I feel horrible about it, and I cried about it more than I can tell you. But it's my own fault. But it's not my own fault, because I can't go visit people who gaslight me and use me as a personal worker. Like every time then, when my granddad then hired a guy to mow the lawn and dig holes in the garden and plant trees like a professional. He hired a professional garden sculptor to take care of the garden and everything. And what did they expect me do that unpaid? Like they would give me like $50 or something here and there. They would give me $20 for fueling up my car, but a guy doing garden work, because he's a qualified professional, he makes 50 an hour. Like, you serious? I'm like a work slave and I get like nothing out of it. That's how I saw it. It's a really douchebaggy path of thinking, I know, but what? I have nothing else to do, and that's why I have to like break myself. Really, it's not good. That's why the hairs on my arms stand up and fly out of my arms at light speed. That's why I'm so allergic to when somebody says, "Oh, well, these unemployed bastards need to work." No, they don't. If somebody can't work, like I have it certificately. I cannot work. I have it certificately on my fucking paper. I have a 50% disability card. I have a 50% disability card. I have it on paper. I cannot work. I have it from doctors, approved by doctors, and approved over the course of 9 years. They approved it over the course of 9 years. It took 9 years of finding, and until I got the certificate that I cannot work anymore. I cannot work anymore. It's not that I'm a lazy bum or anything, I just cannot. Like, where do I not work with people? I always have to do with customers, co-workers, and a boss, and I can't do that. It's not possible. That's what the guy from the unemployment office, like 20 years ago or something, he said, what do you want to work? Sitting in front of a computer playing video games all day? And look at what streamers are doing. Look at what the monetized streamers on YouTube are doing. They're recording a little bit of video, and they're recording themselves playing video games a little bit, and they make like thousands and tens of thousands, and some people make millions a year by doing bullshit on YouTube. It's crazy. Ridiculous. Now I was supposed to be a classical worker, sitting in a van all day, driving around and laying pipes all day long until I'm like 60, 70. Fuck you, dude. If I was working now, I would have to pay extreme taxes. The taxes in Germany went up gigantic. The taxes people have to pay because of the recent events of tons of new people coming here and not working. The latest events have cost our healthcare and social security so much money. We have so much expenses, and then we're sending billions to the Ukraine. We're sending billions to the Ukraine, billions of euros to the Ukraine. And we have to finance it, and our money is gone. We have empty shelves. We have empty treasuries here. Our treasuries are empty. and we're sending money and spending money on every useless, worthless, workless, effortless fucking retard living here. And in living in other places. It is absolutely crazy. If I was working, I would lose 90% of my income to taxes. I've worked in security for 3 years as well. I've worked in security for 3 years as the last effort to find a job and work. That was my last job I did, security. It was the last ditch effort I did to get back into the work, and it just didn't work out. It just didn't work. And I was paying 90% of my money that I earned, not on my rent. I paid basically I paid 90% of my money on rent, fuel to get to the workplace because I had to drive like 80 kilometers a day and every day. I spent 90% of my money on fuel, other expenses related to work, and the rent. I spent and taxes. Those 4 things. I spent 90% of my money on taxes and on getting to work. I did it for 3 years and I was completely broken. I saw another guy, and there was another guy I worked with, and he looked like a ghost. That guy looked like a ghost. Haggard red beard, but the red hair he had was like grayed and whited out. His face was pale white. He was white like a piece of paper. That guy was white like a piece of paper, the guy that I worked with. He was white like a piece of paper. And he was hunched over, and he was 31 or 29 or something. I can't remember. That guy was young. The guy was young, a bit older than me back then. He was young, but a bit older than me back then. And he looked like an actual fucking ghost. He had glasses. The eyes were deep in the eye sockets like a mummy, like a mummified dead body. The eyes were back in the eye sockets. Like, there was tiny eyes. He had tiny eyes, and they were far in the back of his body. He looked like he was on his deathbed. He had white skin, white dry skin, extreme wrinkles in his face, like extreme wrinkles. He looked like this guy on the ground here. He looked like this guy on the ground here. I am not joking. I was shocked, and I actually told this guy, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" And he said, "I just worked 48 hours." And I was like, "What the hell? You can't do that." And he said, "Don't tell me what I can do and what not. You don't know me." And I didn't know him. Exactly, I didn't know him. But I said, "You can't do that. You can't work 48 hours. How is that legal? How can you do that? You're going to die." And he said, "Don't tell me what I can do, man." That's the last time I saw him too. We worked together, and the last time I saw him, the boss basically separated us. The boss basically separated us because I was like a little bit of an instigator. I was telling him, "Bro, you can't work, man. You can't work like that. The fuck are you doing? You're working 48-hour shifts." He looked like a ghost, dude. He was... Take a piece of paper that you use for printing. Like, if you have a printer at home, take a piece of paper and look at it. Or pour yourself a glass of milk and look at it. That was the color of this guy. I am not joking. This guy looked like bleached skin, like bleached bones. This guy looked like skin and bones, like bleached skin and bones. I have never seen a human like that before and never again. I have never before and never again seen a person like that. And that's when I decided, that's not my job. Because the boss was sending me around. A new place to babysit. A new security place to babysit. I was babysitting for the criminal police. I was babysitting for other places that I can't say. I have babysitted and stood and made security for places that I can't say. It's for the criminal police office and other places. It is absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy how much I was bullied and sent around. They literally sent me anywhere. They sent me all over the place, all the time. A new place every fucking 2 days, a new place to babysit. I was like fucked up, dude. And then when I saw the guy and we talked about things and he was like, don't tell me what to do. Because I told him, you're gonna die, dude. You look like death. You look like death, and he said, don't tell me what I look like. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. The final line was when he cucked to the boss. He cucked to the boss. He was like, is everything okay? The boss came in, was like, is everything okay? And the guy was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I don't have time to talk, I don't have time to... He was like, he was cucked by the boss and by work. And that's when I told the others in the office. That's when I told the personal manager, I'm not a retard like that. I'm not a retard like that. And you know what? The other co-worker said? The other co-worker said, yes you are. Yes you are. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? The other co-worker said. He literally said that. He said, what are you gonna do? Of course you are. You're a retard like us. You are. Of course. I said, I'm not a retard like that. And he said, you are. And then I said, wanna bet on it? And then he said, nothing. And then I went to the doctor, and the doctor relieved me of work, and then they fired me. Of course. What the fuck you say what the fuck you say I'm a retard like you too? Like, you know, how the fuck dare you say I'm a retard like you, working like working for you? I'm a retard like the others, like working in a fucking job where I grind myself to death and look like death. Death himself. Look like a walking skeleton. The guy says, "Yes, you are." I said, "I'm not like fucking retard like the others." And when he said, "Yes, you are," and then I said, "Oh, you want to bet on that?" And he said, yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's what the boss said. The boss is such a fucking slime bag, dude. A fatso, a 2 meters tall fatso with a well-groomed beard, with a very well-groomed beard, like a slimy fucking business dude, like a slimy office-sitting business dude. Like a slimy business dude, like a slimy fat business dude with a terrible attitude, and sending his workers around like they're just sending his workers around as if they're like commodities or just flesh bags. And then when I tell him I'm gonna do something, you wanna bet on it? You bet I'm gonna do something? He says, what you gonna do, man? You gonna do shit. Anyways, I quit the job. I went to the doctor, and the doctor relieved me of work and said, yeah, you can't go working. You can't go work no more. And then they said, well, what do you mean you can't go work no more? What doctor is this? Then I told them, it's a doctor who said I can't work no more. And then they said, okay, it's fuck you, man. You're costing us money, dude. We need you at the job, we have no free workers. And then I said, oh, you don't have free workers. I said that actually. Oh, you don't have free workers? What do you mean you don't have free workers? You have so many work slaves. What do you mean you need me? Actually, I had to, I lost my payment for that month because they had to, they took it as punishment money. They took it as punishment money because I cost them money. They took my money away. They didn't pay me my money. They took it and said that's the punishment reparations because you cost us money. Like I'm just so shitty, fucking goddamn fed up with gaslighting, man. I'm so fucking fed up with being gaslit, dude. Like everybody's saying we need you, and they don't need you. They don't need you. They need your work. They need your work face, but they don't need you. They need your work. They need your limbs to work, but they don't need you. I'm so sick and tired of this fucking bullshit. Like everybody's working because they have to. Like, just riot, man. Just don't work. Just riot. Just tell your boss to fuck themselves. It's just retarded, man. Why everybody's just a work slaving. Just riot, man. Just make a gigantic riot. Refuse to go to work. Nobody works worldwide. Nobody works and just riots. Jesus fuck, man. Everybody's being treated like a fucking meat bag with bones inside. I'm so sick and tired of that. It's not what life is all about. Life is about being a person. And not a fucking sack of shit with meat inside. Meat, blood and bones. Skin on the outside, tying it all together. That's not what a human is. A human is more than that. For fuck's sake, dude. I'm just so fucking fed up that everybody in work, wherever I worked, everybody always treats you like a non-human. Like, it's always like that. I'm also a person that everybody's like, meh, meh, oh, you're a person, meh. It's like, what the fuck is that bullshit? What the fuck is that crap, dude? Some guy is saying he's a human, and then everybody's like mocking it, saying, oh, you're a human, oh, boo-hoo. The fuck is that shit? Crazy. Anyways, enough rambling about this crap. You see, I'm gonna say one more thing. You see, you're going to work a job all your life. You're working a job all your life. You're working a job all your life, and then you wake up one day and you notice you have never lived. That's the problem. That's what everybody's doing. You're working as a machine piece, but you never live. That's the problem. And the companies and companies and bosses employed. There's not one boss and not one company who doesn't. Because in the end, it's all about the money. The company needs to make money, and they're making it off of your back, off of your health, your well-being, and your feelings. If you agree with that, then you're a fucking soulless robot as well. You're not a human. Might as well be a robot. The best I've done is like tell one of the bosses, I told him to take a fucking hike. But of course in German, but I told him to take a fucking hike. If you get my meaning. I told him to get fucked, basically. I said that. That's when the day when I quit. I had to go there and I had to go and bring some paperwork over. I had to bring some paperwork over as to conclude the business. And I said, you can take a fucking hike. I told that to the boss, to that fatso. That tall fatso. I told him, you can take a fucking hike. In other words, you can go fuck yourself. That's what I said. Such a fucking bullshit, man. Everybody's a piece in the machine, man. No humans. People are not treating each other like humans. That's your problem. That's why we have all this shit going on worldwide. Because everybody's not treating each other like fucking humans. You're all treating each other like fucking robots or something, or subhumans, man. The fuck, man. Give me a break, man. We need back to respect and treating each other normally like humans. But it's not going to happen. It's put in place, you know? The machine is put in place. You cannot treat each other like humans anymore because it's already too incorporated. It's already normalized. Treating each other like shit is already normalized. That's the last thing I'm going to say. It's already normalized that everybody's treating each other like respectless. And what's even funnier is psychiatrists and shit. They a psychiatrist will take your soul apart, and when you tell them shit like this, they will go like, they're going to ponder about it, and they're going to twist it into some sort of a mental defect or a mental illness or something. When in reality, all it is like, people need to treat each other better. That's the only statement. But people don't do that, and they go like, oh, that's not true, that's not true. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why people are like the way they are. We could be getting along. If we want to make it as a race, we need to get along. Like the Terminator said, and that sounds like, now that sounds delusional, but the Terminator said, it's in your nature to destroy yourselves. Yeah, well, it factually is. We're treating each other like absolute bastards. We're not getting along, and everybody's always like bullying each other and fighting with each other. We're not getting along, and we're not going to make it ultimately. Whoa, who are you? Olena the Oathmaker. I don't recruit her. Driver. Anyways, that was long enough rambling. God damn. Where's my friend? My friend is offline 52 minutes ago. He was setting up his Linux. He was installing his Linux machine. Reinstalling, rather. My really twisted, like, not twisted, but my really wild thought process is, if there's like Michael Jackson singing about heal the world, make it a better place. You know, when Michael Jackson sings about healing the world and everybody needs to get along and people are brothers and shit, it's like so fucking delusional because it's quite obvious that people aren't. It's quite obvious that people don't want to get along. And it's just so obvious that we're not gonna heal the world ever, because it's only going to get worse. This mental illness of people treating each other badly and not treating each other like humans. It's ridiculous. We're not going to get along. Nobody's ever going to get along. You're going to make friend groups? You're going to make friend groups that exclude one person from... you're going to make friend groups and you're always excluding everybody else from that. And then you're going to say, well, I don't mind. It's fine the way it is. I have my friends, and that's the problem with the thinking. You have your group, you have your work, you have your car, you have your apartment or your house you built. You have everything. You have. Fuck everybody else, I have, you know? Exactly, that's the problem with mankind. Fuck everybody else, I have. That's right. Fuck you, I have. What do you bother about? I have. I. Me, I have. Yeah, that's the problem with mankind. That egotistical arrogance. That egotistical self-centered arrogance. I don't need to worry about everybody else because I have. That is your problem. Fuck everybody who doesn't have because I have. Screw everybody who doesn't have. I have, at least. Me, I have. Yeah, it's not the way it is. It's not the way, that's not the way everything's going to work. Well, it's going to work for a while. And eventually it's going to all collapse. Everything is going to go to shit. Don't worry, I have. Yeah. Fucking arrogance. 48% in Portugal. Holy shit, that's a lot. 48% in Portugal. Jesus Christ almighty. Well, at least I have money, get it? I want to reset the town. Alright, let's play the game. We haven't been playing the game, we have been rambling like a retard. I'm sorry. I have to delete the stream. I'm going to have to delete that. Actually, I want to actually see something. Hold on. I'm going to try and find I'm going to find a thrall with Merkel hair. I need to find Mrs. Merkel hair here. I want to try something. Is she at level 3? No, she's level 2. I need to find a level 3 with Merkel hair. This is funny. Now that I want Mrs. Merkel, I don't get there. I don't get her. Now that I want a thrall with fucked up hair, I don't find him. Is that you? Level 2, yeah. Fuck. I need a thrall with the fucked up stupid hair. Because I want to check something. Wait, is that the boss over there? Yo! That's the boss, isn't it? Isn't it the boss? Yeah, it is. The lone fisherman. Rip. Follow me. There are people dying. But we don't care enough about living. We need to make it a better place. For you and for me. Yeah. How? Oh, the lone fisherman has a glitch. Yeah, the lone fisherman for some reason has a glitch, like a max level cook. They have a glitch every now and then where you recruit them and they instantly recruit. Like the trial wheel instantly spins and finishes them. And now I want a thrall with the fucked up hair because I want to check something. Zero. So I'll have to look at the I have to look at the hair. I know I can hex edit the thralls to work. I know I can hex edit the thralls to work and fix the hair and everything. As level 3. I will drink from your skull! Mrs. Merkel, look at that. Woohoo! Who's celebrating?
Hey! Yay!
Okay, I'm taking a look around here for a second. Sometimes one of these guardians that spawns here is also a one of these guardians here that's also a really good person. Like sometimes one of these guardians here is a really good person. I'm going to take a break in a moment. I need to edit the thrall one. As soon as I find one, I'm going to recruit them and I'm going to edit them and see if I can change the hairstyle with editing. If it's possible, then yeah, I'm going to use the editing method. The problem is that I need Lissa of the long bow because she is guaranteed to be fucked up. Like Lissa of the long bow is a guaranteed thrall who's fucked up. Her hairstyle is guaranteed messed up. Lissa of the long bow has guaranteed Merkel hair, like the bob, the glitchy bob. Need to change the boob size of one of the thralls as well that I have in my entourage just now, because one of them has gigantic boobs. I need to edit those. 'Cause I'm not a fan of gigantic boobs. Well, I am, but they don't make much sense. Ah. Could have been Alyssa, but now with my luck it's going to be a Mandu guy. That's the other unique troll that can spawn here. Mandu guy or Lissa or Mandu guy. With my luck it's going to be a... I'm going to find a Mandu guy. Nothing. No luck. Well, it's only a small chance for one of the good thralls to spawn. Let your heart out. What you gonna do with that heart? So, okay. Equip horse. Let's run this way. Ride away a little bit. It's going to reset the town. As I said, I need Alyssa. I need Alyssa of the longbow. She's an archer, but she's the one to test this editing stuff with, because she has fucked up hair. Everything is perfect, but the hair is fucked up. Whoa, you're tall. Just giving a bustic side eye there. What you looking at? I was gonna say I need to go to bed, but yeah. If I go to bed now, it's going to fuck up. I also slept like absolute shit. I went to bed at 3 o'clock and I woke up at 5. That's right, I woke up at 5. Then I went to bed again. And can you guess what? Exactly, I woke up at 8 again. At 8:55 again. So I woke up, tossed myself around in bed constantly, like left and right, left and right. I was like completely fucked up. Then I went to sleep, managed to go back to sleep, and I woke up like a few hours later again. So this is the second day in a row that I can't get sleep properly. Something ain't right. I'm not able to get proper sleep. And I don't know what causes it. I can't get proper sleep. I might actually go to sleep. But as I said, I can't get proper sleep. I've tried it and I can't. I tried to go to sleep and I'm like, can not. There's a smelter too. Yeah, I'm going to recruit the smelter then. Fuck it. Let's recruit the smelter and build the base then. And then I'm going to edit the... then I'm going to edit the hair and see what happens. Oh man. Oh, I haven't looked into the code for the torches. Right. I wanted to look if it's possible to edit a torch so you can wield a torch and a binding at the same time. I wanted to take a look at that. So I think it's possible. There is a function for torches, so it's gotta be possible to edit it so you can wield a torch in one hand and at the same time have the bindings up. It's gotta be possible. But since I'm not a programmer, I don't know how to do it. I'll have to take a look. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Actually, I'm going to recruit her. I'm going to edit her and then I'm going to be back when I figured it out. I'm going to be back here I need to rest a little bit too. Maybe I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm going to be back in a little bit. Ugh.